Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nick Hudson and I'm the Executive Director for Children and Young People Services for Wigan Council. And just before I start, I'll just say that I am delighted to be able to be here this evening to present the Council's case to the adjudicator. But I'm also absolutely delighted at the turnout this evening, because whatever the adjudicator's final decision is, I think is an absolute credit to the communities of Atherton that so many people have turned out this evening. What I want to do for you in the 10 minutes that I've been allocated is to outline for you the Council's proposals in three ways, really. First of all, in terms of the number of school places that we need within this part of the borough, both now and in the future. Secondly, to say something about school standards, that's the achievement that pupils make within this school. And thirdly, to say something about what we know about parent preferences for secondary schools and what I believe and the Council believes are the significance of them. So first of all, can I just say a few words about pupil places. What that table shows you is the number of places that we are going to need in the future. The important year is 2013, because in 2013 you will see in the second row of figures that there will be 884 pupils on this side of the borough. And for the local authority, the important thing is it's about this side of the borough, it's not just Atherton. We are responsible for planning places strategically across the whole borough, and in this case, the east and the south. So we will need 884 secondary places, given the number of primary school places that we will have and pupils in them. But we will have 1,055 secondary places, so we've got too many. We've got too many secondary places, so we need to do something about it. And the proposal that we put forward was that we would reorganise education on this side of the borough, including the closure of Hesketh Fletcher. If you then look at the section in blue, what the blue section is showing you is the places that we will have once we have reorganised places on this side of the borough. So we will have 1,100 places across Bedford, Wesley, Fred Longworth and the new school that will be established at Lowton and Goulburn. And then if you look at the line above that, that ends with 1,075, you will see we will therefore have enough places to deal with the number of pupils that there will be in the system, in the borough, in the future. So first of all, the case is that we need to reduce the number of places on this side of the borough, and the way we are proposing to do that is to reorganise the schooling, which includes the closure of the school. The second consideration relates to the achievement of pupils. Because as the adjudicator has already said, he needs to take into account the achievement of pupils and school standards. Now, a really key measure for our secondary schools in 2010 and in the future is the number of pupils who get good GCSE passes, 5 of them, including English and Maths. And you can see from the table and from the graph that Hesketh Fletcher has got the lowest achievement levels of those schools and has done consistently going all the way back to 2002. And at best, the figures have been flat at Hesketh Fletcher, whereas other schools have made further improvements. And there is an important line in here, and that is the 30%, because the government expect they have what they call a baseline, and that baseline is 30%, and Hesketh Fletcher is below that. I think the other important measure is to do with what schools add to individual pupils on entering the school at year 7 and leaving in year 11. We call that contextual value added, CVA for short on this chart, and you can see again in the table and in the graph that the contextual value added CVA for Hesketh Fletcher is lower, significantly lower, than for all the other schools. A school that is performing in such a way that pupils are achieving what you would expect them to achieve should have a figure of 1,000. And for Hesketh Fletcher, it has been for last year at 967, and it's in red because the government say that is significantly below where it should be. In addition to the two sets of figures that I've provided, it's not insignificant that Ofsted, when they came to visit the school in November of last year, placed the school in an Ofsted category, so it's presently in a notice to improve. The third area I'd like to look at is parental preferences. The key colour here is the light blue because that indicates Hesketh Fletcher. What this shows you is that going all the way back to 2002, that fewer people have chosen Hesketh Fletcher, and, importantly, as we move forward, the number of parents in these communities that serve Atherton, fewer and fewer have chosen Hesketh Fletcher as their school of choice.
Peter, the meetings like this are always going to be really hard, and I think one of the things that this school I know believes in and lots do is respecting other people's point of view, and that does mean listening to them. And I'm going to absolutely insist that you do not, insult other people by interrupting them. Please listen to them. Everybody will get their chance to speak. I absolutely assure you.
Just to further that point a little bit, what this map shows is where pupils within the postcode M46, so that's the definition for the time being that we're using of Atherton, which schools they go to. And what you can see from that map is that actually people who live in and around the Atherton area go to a large number of schools, including St Mary's, Hindley High, the Deanery, Oakham High School, Bedford, Fred Longworth, Wesley, and of course Hesketh Fletcher itself. So what that indicates is that over a number of years that parents in this community have chosen other schools rather than to choose to send their children to Hesketh Fletcher. So on those three measures, that is the basis of the council's case around the proposals. Thank you.